Alright, looks like everything is good. I think I have everything set up. My voice is seeming to come through. I got the right game of the day on there. I'm actually on screen, which is usually the hardest thing for me to remember. But yeah, besides that, I'm here. I'm good. Anyway, hello Twitch, YouTube. My name is Dustin Echoes. I am not a writer. And welcome to just the little just chatting section. I feel bad for not streaming Thursday, because I was really looking forward to playing more Persona, but then I got hit with that power outage and I was like, that's just great. That's cool. And then I got up today and got a notification that, oh hey, there is a potential storm going to happen again. Combine that with the amount of heat that's also going on, because last I checked it was like 32, 31 degrees, and I'm like, yeah, if it's not the rain that's going to take out the power, it's going to be the excessive amount of power being used to combat the heat. But I was actually able to at least get started today. Hopefully we can actually, make some progress today. That's what I'm really hoping for. Because I would like to finish this game this week. Because I might just do a mega highlight video or something. Because I already have the first half is already done for the clips and the highlight. So I could either upload that next week as is, or I can put this in as like today's and... What am I playing this again? Thursday? Put it today's and Thursdays. And then just like have it be a mega upload. It might take me another... Well, actually, no, I could probably get it done over the weekend. So, yeah, chances are the Murdered Soul Suspect highlight video will more than likely be up not this Friday, but the following Friday. So that would be the 11th. Is this Friday, so the 18th. Okay. Yeah, so it will probably more than likely be up. Well, I guess that depends. Because I uploaded the highlight video for Persona on Friday. And that got like nothing for views. But the VTuber reaction got a lot, actually. So, I don't really know what YouTube wants from me on that one. I'm looking at this now, like, the VTuber one has, like, over 300 views, and the Persona 4 Golden one has nothing. So, that's just great. But anyway, how was everybody's weekend? I had a good time hanging out with the dog. Hung out with my dad for a bit. The weather was surprisingly nice on Friday. Like, it was absurdly nice. And then the weekend just was back to regularly scheduled programming. But I did fully install Halo Infinite's multiplayer. Did I install the campaign as well? I'm not going to play the campaign, even if I did accidentally install that or something. Or is I like... Okay, it is installed. Well, I'm more than likely not going to be playing the campaign right away. I think what I'm going to go for is I'm going to try to see if I can get every single one of the base multiplayer achievements before I go and play the campaign. But again, like I've said before in the past, I would prefer to actually play the games in order, whether it be release or chronological. Which, I mean, that would really only be a difference of one game technically just being pushed into one direction or the other, so I guess it doesn't really greatly matter. I also installed another multiplayer, so that way it won't just be Halo Infinite. The thing is, though, is that it's not going to be like the... It's going to be different. Let's just say that. Because it'll be kind of like, I guess you would say a challenge. I think that would be something that you could classify it as. I don't know. Let's just say it's going to be an experience. It may not be a fun one, unless I decide to do something in particular. Which I probably will, just for the sake of trying to make it more entertaining. But, for the most part, yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. But that might be next week's multiplayer. I guess it'll depend. The only unfortunate thing about it is that I think, like, out of all the games that I've played, so far anyway, I feel like this is the first one, not Infinite, I feel like I could cap Infinite if I actually tried, but this other multiplayer is the only game so far that I don't feel like I could cap, because on my primary account, I've actually gotten really close to capping Halo Infinite. I have all of the multiplayer achievements on my main account, so I think it is still actually doable. And again, I think last I checked, I have all of the achievements in the campaign as well, except for 3 co-op achievements. So, I think Halo Infinite is cappable. Persona 4 Golden is going to be a game that, if I can cap, it's because I haven't actually capped it on my main account yet. It is going to be something I'm going to need to follow a guide for, specifically for that Risei achievement. For those of you that don't know, for Persona 4 Golden, they added an achievement that you have to listen to Risei's, like, little command thing that she does. I know we haven't gotten to Risei yet, but for those of you that know Persona 4, anyway. When she gives, like, commands or, like, information, that's one of them, and you have to get, like, what, 250 of her responses or something? That one I'm gonna absolutely need to follow a guide for. Other ones, that's just, like, I could probably get those done in a second playthrough, but again, we still need to actually do the first full playthrough at some point. But I'm thinking of putting Persona 4 Golden on hold for a bit, at least after we rescue Kanji, so that way we can have, like, a little break. Because I'm getting a little burnt out on the game, which has always been kind of a problem with Persona games that I've done a replay for in the past. Specifically, when I played Persona 3 Reload, I did kind of have a bit of an issue trying to actually keep myself motivated to play it, so that was a bit of a rough time. Also with the fact that these games are long, so it's better to kind of have, like, a wanting to play it instead of forcing yourself to play it, so I think once we rescue Kanji, I think that'll be a good place to take a bit of a break on the game, and then get back to it at another time. Though, I don't expect us to actually do that by just with one more stream. It'll probably take at least 2 more, so who knows. But I was thinking of probably going back to maybe play Pokemon. I think that's the thing, is I want to play a bit more smaller games. Like, I like playing Murdered Soul Suspect because I know it's a smaller game. It's not going to take me too much longer. I genuinely think I will beat it this week. So we'll just wait and see on that, but I'm pretty confident we can beat it this week. But then, besides that, then I basically have to think of 2 games that I'm going to want to play. And I don't really know what I want to play. Oh, excuse me. Trying to think. What would be a fun game? That does remind me, too. I don't know if I said this. I don't know if I actually did this on on Friday or if I did this earlier. But I did update the wheel. So there's actually a lot more games now. There is a total of 60 games on the wheel. So we have plenty of options for like monthly games. Though realistically speaking, I could cut that down to 12 games. Because a lot of these games I do genuinely want to play. So I might take some of them off and just make those into games that I'm going to play. But again, like I don't know. I'm not really sure what I'm in the mood for. You know what? Let's see. What does Xbox give? If I go to all games, and it surprised me. What is the first thing I see? I got Star Wars Republic Commando. I don't know if I want to replay that. I played that a few years ago because I got it with I think it was a game with gold or something quite like forever ago. And I played it because it was one of those games where I saw the trailer for it and I thought, oh man, this game looks really cool. But I never got a chance to play it because I just never had it. And when I did finally play it, I still thought, yeah, this game is cool. But man, that opening sequence, like the opening mission, I guess technically the ending of the opening mission, is the hardest freaking fight in the entire game. I don't know what it was about that. Whew. I don't know why I'm yawning. I definitely feel like I got enough sleep last night. Or as much sleep as I could for going to bed when I did. That reminds me. When I did, usually I watch at least something with friends every Sunday night. I did sit down and start watching Season 3 of Fire Force, which, being 100% honest here, I don't greatly care for Fire Force. It has moments about it that I like, but it's not exactly like, oh man, I really like this anime. Though, I don't know if that's just due to the fact that I never watched Soul Eater, which apparently this is a prequel to that, so I don't know. I don't know if that's a contributing factor or not, but I just watch it and I don't really care. But a lot of my friends like it, so I just sit down and watch it, because why not? It's something to do. But I am curious if anybody has actually watched all of like because I guess right now they did like a half and half type of thing, so the first half of the final season of the show. Oh man, I don't know why I feel like I'm zoning out so much. Maybe I'll finally actually do a stream of a Remedy game. Maybe I'll play Alan Wake or something. That's a somewhat shortish game. Let's see, what other games? I should make like a list of them on here. Of all the games that I'm interested in playing. That way I can have like it'd be a lot easier, so. I mean, I would show you the amount of games that I have, but I feel like you would be, like, anybody watching would be like, how the heck does this guy own this many games? And then realistically speaking, I don't own this many games. A lot of it is through Game Pass and EA Play and games with gold and all that. But I do still own a good handful of games. Good amount of games. Yeah, I own almost 400 different games, technically. I mean, I say almost 400 different games, because some of them are double-ups. Like, there's those free games that are just, like, given to Gamerscore, though I haven't played them yet. Quote-unquote, I haven't played them yet. So it is kind of difficult to kind of decide on games when you have a lot of options. Sorry, I'm zoning out so hard for some reason today. I think it's just a matter of, like, I don't really know what else to kind of talk about right now. Because I think what I really want to do is I really just kind of want to get to the game. That's what I feel like my brain is kind of thinking right now. Sorry, I'm just also adjusting this right now. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure what is going to be the big thing that I'm going to want to play. Because if I'm going to be putting Persona 4 Golden on hold for a time being, I don't know what I'm going to put in its place. Because I don't know what would be a good kind of option for that. I would like to put something that I haven't played. I think that's the problem, is that I have so many games that I'm playing that I have already played. I think it'd probably be good to have a game that I have played and haven't played. So that way there is both a sense of familiarity as well as a new adventure type of thing. So I think if that's the case, then I will probably make a list, because you can do these groups on Xbox. But I will make a list of games on here that I've not really experienced. Though I also thinking maybe next week I'll do a Nintendo only week. I've kind of been thinking about that, since I usually just play Xbox games. I don't really play a lot on the Switch. Maybe I'll do a Nintendo week next week. I feel like that could be fun. Or whatever week I get to at least my personal checkpoint I want to make with Persona 4 Golden before we take that break. But I think that could be fun. And then, which I do think we will, if we do complete Murdered Soul Suspect this week, what I might do is I might just look for a small or just general short game that I could do, and then maybe take a break on after that or something. I don't know. Because that's kind of the thing, is that I don't want to just kind of like have a bunch of games that I've played that are like not ever completed. Because I do still kind of hate the fact that I did start playing Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, and now I'm not gonna finish it anytime soon. But if I do a Nintendo week, that'll definitely help me focus on that. Maybe it'll be like 4 different Nintendo games or something that I'll do like once a month. I'll do just a week for specifically Nintendo titles, or or at least titles on my Switch. Maybe what I'll do next week, for the sake of trying to get stuff done for Persona 4 Golden, I'll play some easy completion games. That could be fun, right? Or at least have a dedicated easy completion day. Maybe I'll play a choose your own adventure Telltale / Life is Strange games. I got a couple Life is Strange games, and I've got a good handful of Telltale titles. So I could do that as well. Or maybe I'll play Portal. Portal, I think, is pretty short, right? It's been a while since I played the original Portal. Well, still a live version anyway. Trying to look through my list of games right now, just like as a quick look. But yeah, I'm sure we'll find something. Something that could be entertaining for myself at the very least. You ever just like go through, this is probably just a me thing, you ever just go through your list of games and you wonder, when did I buy this? Because there are some games on here that I've just like, I don't remember buying. Like, for some reason I own, it says that I own Titanfall 2 and Star Wars Battlefront 2 from 2017 or whatever. I don't remember buying those games because I never would have seen a point to buying them because I have EA Play because I've got the Game Pass Ultimate right now. So I don't know why I have these unless friends gifted them to me and I just don't remember. I wonder, what if I did a, There's another game I really want to play, though. It's a very big game. Like, it is actually a massive title from what I've heard. So, you know, it was Game of the Year, it's Baldur's Gate 3. So I do have that here. I would like to play that. I don't know. Again, it was like a lot of different titles. Oh, I love when OBS is telling me I'm connected to chat. It makes it sound like somebody's actually typing, but they're not. Let's see. Yeah, there's a lot of easy games that I could play. I don't know. I am thinking of maybe playing Resident Evil at some point as well. Actually, you know what? Let's take a little moment to go through some of these. We can see what's going on right now. So this is gonna probably look a little bit weird, so give me a moment. Okay, hopefully this actually works. Okay, it does not work as well as I would have liked. Oh, right, because I think this was, I had it this way for... Don't really need that ad. For, whatchamacallit, the wheel spinner. Okay, we can, like, leave it right there. Okay. Let me go ahead and put myself a little bit more down, so that way it doesn't block a lot of things. So what I'm thinking of is... what are currently, like, the big games right now? So this would be stats, games, here we go. So we have all of these games right now, like these things. We got... and we can go to games to stream. So we can see what apparently like the big games are right now, like the you know, oh boy, these are the games. And the funny thing is like a lot of these games I don't know what they are, but apparently they're super big, like Rise Online. I don't know what the heck Rise Online is. Neverness to Everness. It's it an isekai game? I don't know what that is. So, Marvel Snap I've heard of. I don't care enough to play it. A lot of my friends have played it. I don't want to play it because it doesn't look really that fun to me. But yeah, there's like a lot of games on here that I don't really know or care to play. So let's go to the second page. I'm looking to see if there's even one game that I own that I could play. So far, nothing. We're already going to page 3. Technically speaking, I could do ASMR, but not in a good way, and I'm only sleeping. I could easily go to sleep right now, but I'm not going to. But yeah, so far, nothing really I can kind of do, which is a real shame. I could technically play Lockdown Protocol, but I would only be playing by myself, so are you really playing Lockdown Protocol if you're doing that? Yeah, see, like, there's, like, a lot of games that are really, I guess, popular, but I don't have access to. I'm waiting to see if there's one that I would actually do. We're already in the 100s here, and got, like, nothing. See, I can't even play Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, because I don't have Scarlet or Violet. Again, just a bunch of games that I don't have. I technically have Cult of the Lamb, but I would have to reinstall that, and it's a PC game, so I don't know how well it would work. Resident Evil, I do have that. Celeste, Nier Automata, that is this month's game. I don't know, maybe it would get some people interested. I know I'm blocking it with, like, the, average channels, but... yeah, right now there's only, like, 12 channels actually streaming this game right now. So... and I could do Overcooked too, so it just took 7 pages and get to, like, the 130s to actually find something that I could technically do. And it's, like, 4 in a row I technically could do. Fall Guys, that's actually one of those games where I probably would play that on stream. I do remember liking when I played Fall Guys. Kingdom Hearts, I could do that. There's a lot of channels streaming it. Not a lot in, like, comparison to what's around it, but still. Hey, look, we're part of the statistic. Just chatting. But yeah. I've seen people talk about how this is a good way to kind of gauge where you should probably play. I could play Yakuza 0. Games that you should play on stream to see what's kind of like the big games right now. But again, the part of the problem to that is, you know, you need to actually get people to watch it, so you have to base it off of the average channels as opposed to the average viewers as well. So you want you want like a game that has a small amount of channels, but a larger amount of viewers. So like Super Mario Odyssey, you probably could get some people watching you with that. So stuff like that could probably work out, but I don't have Super Mario Odyssey, so I don't know why I brought that one up. That was just the first game I saw. Disney Dreamlight Valley is not as good in comparison. Oh, people are actually streaming FBC Firebreak? That's surprising that people are still streaming that. The funny thing about that is if I were to want to stream that game, you guys would not get to see a lot of gameplay because I would crash out literally after the first mission or something. I don't know what it is about that game, it just does not want to work for me. Repo, there's a lot of things for Repo, but wouldn't be nearly as good, I think. There's like a lot of channels to a lot of viewers. Evil Within. I do kind of want to play Evil Within at some point. Stardew Valley. Hey, look at that, Stardew Valley. So yeah, there are games like in the later parts of the list, like the lineup. Ooh, Portal 2, that I would play. The Walking Dead, Little Nightmares, which I've never actually played, but the third one's coming, so at some point I probably should play it. Persona 4 Golden's on here. Yeah, that's really been doing wonders for me. I guess just like that ratio just wasn't really on my side, was it? I guarantee though, if I played something like Monster Hunter, it doesn't matter what the ratio is, people would still show up because everybody loves Monster Hunter, and I'm like, I do not care. Dude, I should play Resident Evil 5 apparently. Jeez Louise. And then we end with Split Fiction, yeah. But yeah, that's about it for that. Probably put myself back up now. But yeah, you guys can see, like, there's a lot of game options. The thing is like, it's difficult to kind of pick what you want to do, because you want to pick games that a lot of people want to watch, but not a lot of people are currently presenting it. So it's like it's a whole mess. But apparently I should be playing Resident Evil 5, because apparently that's where you get all the good guys, like, show up. I just want to go and see Muscular Chris. Alright, but we've already gone over a bit, so we gotta say hello to YouTube for everybody that skipped over, because understandably that it's like me just rambling on when I actually do talk. It's like, it's a whole thing. Alright, let's go ahead and say hello to YouTube. Hello YouTube. My name is Dustin Echoes. I am not a writer. And today, as you can see, we're back again with Murdered Soul Suspect. Now, with the way that I've been getting through this, I'm not expecting to get this gun. I'm not expecting to get this done today, but we should be pretty close, depending on how far we can get, and I might try to push myself a little bit further today, who knows. But we gotta solve the case. We gotta figure out who killed us and who is doing all of these. Who is the actual Bell killer? Who could it be? But yeah, if you enjoy, be sure to hit subscribe onto the VOD's channel. That way you know when the next VOD gets put up, whether it's one you're actually interested in, or maybe one that you get interested in just by seeing the thumbnail. Then of course, you could always subscribe to my highlights slash short slash whatever else edited video will be on their channel, which is just Dustin Echoes. I should probably put the little thing down there, but I didn't get it done yet in time, but it doesn't matter. You can also follow me on Twitch to watch me play live and see me get disconnected every 5 minutes, because I don't know what it is about Twitch. It just loves to be disconnected from OBS or whatever happens. I don't know who's to blame on it, but it just keeps happening. And of course, if you're interested in like the TikToks, I upload on that as well. I upload on TikTok, which is also Dustin Echoes, same as the YouTube channel. And of course, if you just want to know like when I'm live, or maybe you just want to see what I randomly tweet about whenever I decide to use it, you can follow me on Twitter, which is DN Echoes. I don't think I said the Twitch name, it's EchoesND. So yeah, just go ahead and do all of that. That'd be pretty cool. But we're gonna go and swap on over to the game. So I'll talk to you all in a moment, YouTube. Alrighty, YouTube, welcome back. As you can see, we're still dead. But that's fine. Right? I can't. Oh, right, these are the people with the love or whatever. Alright. Now, we do have the teleport, which means we have access to new locations we didn't have prior. Like here. Isn't that amazing? Okay, so now the question is, where is that last gas can? Where could that be? Also, where's the building that I could go up? Was that one? Yeah, it's been a while, so I don't fully remember where everything is supposed to be for where I'm going for all, like, the side stuff. Okay, so, and then up here, I can get rid of... I think it's this one, right? Is it not this building? Oh, it is this one. Oh, that's for that collectible over there. Hold on. I see the collectible, but I can't reach it. Why is that? There's clearly, like, someplace I'm supposed to teleport to first, right? Am I supposed to teleport up here somehow? Well, no, okay, I can just, like, go and walk right here. Oh, I can remove this. I never noticed that. Oh. Well, hey, we found the last gas can. Let's go. Completed a series of mysterious Vistage artifacts. That's loud. Eternal Flame. Uncovered the Eternal Flame ghost story. Alright, let's see what we got out of this.
I've seen them by the side of the road. These unkept, smudged, hopeless people holding cardboard signs. Sometimes they have props. Baby stroller, a pet, gasoline can. Something to lend credence to the thin fiction that they need money for something other than booze. It was a man with a need gas sign with the red gas can on the ground that I saw when I drove into Salem 6 unlucky years ago today. Tried to ignore him, not making eye contact, but I was stuck at a red light and pretending he wasn't there was getting really awkward. So I reached into my pocket and pulled out $2, rolling down my window just a crack. Here you go, buddy. I pushed the money through the opening of the window. That was when, for the first time, I really looked at his face, or what was left of his face. It was a single eyeball just looking back at me, bulging out of a charred skull. I was absolutely frozen in terror until the blackened shape of uncovered finger bones reached out to take the money. And that's when I let it fall to the ground and slammed on the accelerator. I didn't even care that the light was red. In the time since then, I've picked up pieces of the legend. A shell-shocked war veteran, unemployable and alcoholic, became a familiar sight in Salem, begging by the roadside. Citizens stopped giving him money, thinking he would just move on to a bigger city. He responded by creating one of the most traumatic spectacles in town history, setting himself alight in the middle of town during evening rush hour. Ever since that roadside encounter, I've been seeing little wisps of flame out of the corner of my eye, like brief flashes that are gone as soon as I turn my head, sending nauseated chills through my whole body. Is this tormented spirit following me now? Whether he intends it as a blessing or a curse, I just want to be as far as possible from this horrifying specter.
That is straight up terrifying. That is freaking disturbing. I don't like that. I did not like that one bit. But on the bright side, got that last collectible for the outside area. So I should have, well, again, that's probably like cleanup time, not main playthrough time. But I do gotta get the other collectibles. I genuinely am probably gonna have to do a full second playthrough just because I feel like there's gotta be a get all of the investigation things with the full 3 badges. Yeah, like these things. But see, like I've got only some of these as full, like with the gold one or whatever. But it's because I missed like this one. This one isn't gold. It's probably like, there's probably like an achievement for that. I don't know. Alright. Lux Antarna Psychiatric Hospital. Enter. I wonder what Square Enix published game we'll see in this one.
One in-place torture is considered for your own good. If their experiments ever succeed in restoring a person's sanity, they better hope it was at the expense of the person's memory. Ready? Relax, we're out of the graveyard.
And into Crazy Town? A big improvement. People who see things nobody else can see end up living here.
Not that crazy, come on.
Okay, I'll help you get inside, but...
But what? Look, if we're gonna ask this girl Iris about this contract, the asking needs to be done by a living person, right?
Just remember who opens the door for you, tough guy.
Yeah.
I feel like there's going to be like a lot of demons here.
All right, kid. You're up. Now just find a way to get Iris's room number.
Hi. I need your help. I'm looking for a friend.
Visiting hours are over.
Right. But she was with the cops.
Then go talk to the cops.
See, I did, and they said that she was a danger to herself, and...
I can't help you.
All right. Just need to stall her, okay? We have to figure out what her weaknesses are. Maybe these things on her desk will help us.
Wow, she's got a disabled kid? And a hanging kitty thing? Wow. I feel like there's a really offensive joke you can make with those two pictures right now.
He's most likely a man of imposing size and stature. Someone who's accustomed to violence. Heinous acts in his past define him to the point where he no longer knows who he truly is.
The killer's delusions. Joy's mother believes the killer suffers from delusions, which are far beyond most people with severe clinically diagnosed psychiatric issues. A get-well gift. But for who? Must be a gift for someone who's sick or injured. Visitation survey limited. Visiting hour schedule. The visitation schedule here seems strict. It definitely favors family and doctors. Young boy on crutches. A young boy on crutches. This receptionist must be close to him. Hang in there. Inspirational poster. I can't say I'm inspired by this. Oh, that's all the clues, okay. I mean, I'm assuming it's the photo of the boy. Yep, nailed it.
Kiddo, I hate being here and wondering if you're okay. You're all I have left. Just like this girl's friend is all she has left.
Sorry. I know how hard it can be when someone depends on you. What's your friend's name?
Iris Campbell.
Yes. It looks like your friend Iris is here. Everything's gonna be okay.
Thanks. I feel better.
Hold tight, kid. I got this. Just need to get my eyes on her computer screen.
The son she loves is all she has left. Just like how Iris might be all we have left to find the Bell killer. Paranoid schizophrenia, delusions, hallucinations. Electroshock therapy scheduled for tonight. Orderlies en route. Iris Campbell, High Security Board. room number 216.
She's in room 216. We gotta find it quick, Joy. She's scheduled for electroshock.
Yeah, and everybody loves electric shock. Asylum dedication plaque. This institution is dedicated to the afflicted souls it serves, and for those agents of mercy who confront them in their torment. 1883. Tabloid article number 1. A bizarre death at Lux Eterna Mental Hospital in Salem may be connected to a string of murders throughout the town. A source confirms that a female mental patient was found dead, strangled with a cloth bathrobe belt. It might be the first of the recent murders to be committed in such a secure area. It means no one is safe anymore, said a terrified woman who had spoken directly to a witness. I heard there were all kinds of drawings on the wall of her cell, and the bell symbol might have been there. I'm sure it was him.
All right, kid. Coast is clear.
I didn't even go upstairs, but okay. Oh, number 3. Where's number 2? No one has been able to solve the mystery of the Bell Killer in Salem. Not even the mystery of the symbol itself. Since there seems to be no bell at the scenes of each crime, could it be that the killer is leaving an autograph of sorts, a statement of identity? If it has to do with his origins, the logical conclusion would be that the killer originally hails from Philadelphia, another city rich in history, and home of one of the most famous bell in America. But are police willing to consider this bold approach if it means solving the case and saving dozens of lives? I don't know. I'm not a cop. I mean, I'm a cop, but I'm not a cop. I'm not a live cop. I'm a dead cop. Oh, no, not that way. Man, okay, we're just jumping all over the place with articles. Following a strident editorial on these very pages that question the ability of the Salem Police Department to competently, that's the word I was looking for, competently investigating the Bell Killer case, lead investigator Lieutenant Javier Rex Reyes announced that 6 additional officers are being assigned exclusively to the case. While unavailable for direct comment, Reyes was quoted in a recent SPD press release as saying, "In a department of this size, this represents an enormous significant shift of resources, which should reassure citizens of the gravity of this case and our resolve to bring it to a conclusion." Got away with words, I'll give him that. Is it a good way with words? I don't know. Ah, cool. Okay, I guess I can't go that way. I didn't even see this.
Camera, up ahead.
Well, hold on. We got the Spanish Flu Memorial Plaque. Dedicated to the victims of the Great Spanish Influenza epidemic unleashed within this world in 1918. May their souls find the peace they were denied in life. Okay. Well, you know what this means? I get to go ahead and see what all the other collectibles are that I need. That's always a good sign. Hospital support. Ronan was so good to come along. I know it's been hard for him dealing with my mood swings. I think there's something serious going on in my head, and I know he suffers the consequences along with me. But to be so supportive, to be my rock, that takes a real man. I will get there. I will get through this. I will make this all worth the struggle. Yikes. There's no way, there's nothing in here, really? Not even a straitjacket? Alright. Man, I try to make it look as nice as possible, I guess. I've never been into a real asylum, so can't say this is exactly the most welcoming of sights.
Mice can slip under doors, little cracks. It's all just concentration, discipline. I have time to practice.
Okay, well, that's a bit creepy. Oh hey, here's article number 2. In a shocking new discovery, our staff has found compelling evidence that recent brutal murders in Salem repeat another unsolved killing spree from 1972 to 73. Like the current spree, the killings were all unconventional, bizarre, and unsolved. And they were all bore the mark of a bell. Not as prominently as recent murders, but definitely a similar signature style mark. While Salem police are unwilling to comment on any relationship to their cold case file, the evidence is overwhelming that a serial killer has returned to Salem to wreak a new region of terror, or a copycat killer has done his research. Alrighty. Any other things to pick up around here? Try my best to find as much of this stuff as possible.
Go away.
Alright, fair enough. I appreciate you just being straightforward and just saying it. Okay, I definitely am gonna need Joy's help with this one. Alright, and I think that's about all the other collectibles that's about all the collectibles I can really just get right now.
The thing to understand about Mrs. Gwynn is that her father used to become violently angry when she would walk in front of the TV during sporting events.
I don't see what that has to do with...
Any kind of anger, but particularly male anger, is really a trigger point for her. So I realize that dealing with patients can be a frustrating business, especially when they are on medication, and they're less responsive. But you have to be careful.
But she gets all, I don't know, crazy.
Yeah, look around you.
Why so mad?
Why are you angry?
I'm just doing my job.
I'm just a good boy. I do my job.
I hate to be this guy's dog. Is this guy gonna get it, even if I explain?
Alright. Oh, did I go in this room? Okay, I did. Yeah, this is the mouse lady.
Iris is due for shock therapy in 15 minutes.
Alright, keep that in mind.
Your brain shock therapy? Oh shit.
Oh shit is right. Let's get moving.
Another camera. Get on it.
We're on the clock here. Alright. Oh, where the heck did you come from?
Is this TV going on the fritz again? A cop got killed tonight?
Quite the different thought process there. Alright. Should be able to get moving. Or not. Are we... There's something else? Or is there another oh, there's another camera. I didn't realize that. There we go. Wow, that thing comes back up real fast. Those are some good cameras. Yeah, I see it too.
Yep, again, kid. I need to possess you to get past this crap.
Nope. I hate that.
Or you can just go on. Totally alone in here.
Fine.
You know what these hands are?
Lost souls, I guess? Just seems like the opposite of moving on. Or at least the opposite of moving on you're trying to do.
Alrighty.
No.
What do we do?
All right, keep going. Get to Iris's room.
No. We stick together.
Joy, we don't have a choice. Now, I'll meet you there as soon as I figure out a way around this. Go!
Okay. Oh, we got the spooky area. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, that was the wrong button. Okay, I was looking to see if there's any demons. There are no demons yet. Emphasis on yet. Okay, I genuinely thought I could go up there. I guess I cannot. Oh, there's the kitty cat. Oh, I see a bird in the distance. Alright. Pardon me, cat, I'm gonna need to commandeer you. I don't know why I like the fact that they included a skull. They included the fact that you could just meow, and it actually does move the cat's mouth. It's a nice touch. Yay, I love that sound. It's my favorite. Oh, yay, and there's 3 of them. Even better. Is that the only... Actually, I'm kind of stuck here, so... I am sorry, cat, but it seems that this is... I guess you have to figure out... Well, no, I have to... I can't get out of the cat. Is there another path down? Like this? Is this path down? No. Huh. Where is the way... I mean, it's gotta be this, right? Because this is like the only actual thing. Oh, there we go, finally. I could not get that cat to go down at first. Alright, cool. Alright. Time to demon hunt. Okay, so we've got 3. The thing is like, with those two being not close. Okay, so this one kind of goes off on its own. We might be able to get this guy. And then it should be a lot easier to deal with the other two. Alright, that's one. That's progress. We got that. Okay, I hope this works. Okay, good. He did not see me. Woo! Okay, wait for this guy to make a move. And there we go, and that's how you do it. Not even a problem. Alright, let's go check out these rooms. Gotta be at least a collectible in one of them, right? Oh, the cat's just relaxing, nice. That makes me feel better, the cat just chilling. Oh, hello.
Those parts aren't me. Where am I? Do you work here? Show some mercy.
I wish I could help. I'm sorry.
Well, good luck with that. Alright. Nothing here. Man, is there really not a single collectible in this section? Oh, that's creepy. It's kind of difficult to tell without the light up there, but that was just actually kind of creepy. That kind of got me for a second. I did see that there was like something to pick up over here. Yeah, there it is. Seeking advice from Rex. I asked Rex what he thought about Ronan's proposal, and he just gave me a big smile. He's always liked Ronan. I think he was just surprised the guy would do something so conventional and respectable as propose marriage. But he took it as a good sign. I think I should too. Ready? Any other collectibles around here? What did I see? Alright. Oh, now we got one. Surgical Instruction Theater Dedication Plaque. Knowledge is nothing if not passed to new generations. May this instructional theater, constructed in 1899, I think that was the same year that Indiana Jones was born, pass the wisdom of learned doctors to future generations. Alright, teleport, duh. Oh, cool, another skull. Glad to know that those are still just chilling around here. I thought for a second I just went to a big circle, which I guess technically I did, but I thought it was like on the other side of that circle, not the one I wanted to be on. Alright, here we go. Ooh, another street jacket. Alright, do I talk to her?
Ronan, did you forget about me?
No, I actually did have something I was needing to do. Anyway. Now I'm going to leave you here while I go and find other collectibles. I'll be back. Alright, so we only need 2 more straitjackets, which is a good thing. Out of context, that sounds really bad as well. Ooh, another news article. Number 5. In a Salem Police Department news briefing yesterday, Department spokesperson Ingrid Larson confirmed that there's been no suspect arrested, and that there's no new leads in the case. While we urge the citizens of Salem to be calm and to carry on with their normal lives, said Detective Larson, we also encourage people to come forward with any evidence they may find, or that may be helpful in this case. It is up to all of us to work together and keep our communities safe. Well, some of us are working a bit harder than others, I think.
I think we're kind of obvious.
No, nobody knows. I mean, we're just talking here, right?
There's more to it than that. You think we're invisible, but people can see things.
Only if they're looking at your apartment window while we're, you know...
Shh, keep your voice down. You're gonna make me blush.
I mean, what's so embarrassing? They're just playing Uno, right? Anything here? Oh, jeez, that scared me. I'm kind of afraid of what she's gonna think.
Enough of this. Preachy doctor, pills, knives. Going to my cabin. Right now. Why is it called antifreeze if it stops overheating?
I don't even know what to respond with on that one. Oh, hey, here we go. Here's one. Wait, where's her door? Oh, it's right here. I was like, does she not have a door? She did. I was just blind. Okay, so only one more straitjacket left to find. Can't wait to find out I'd already passed it or something. Well, okay, wait, hold on. Where is... Wait, is this 216?
Mice can slip under doors, little cracks. It's all just concentration, discipline. I have time to practice.
Wait, which... I'm looking for 216, right? That's 217. Oh, here's 216.
Found her. I better find Joy and get her here.
Okay, so there is one that I missed somewhere. But I have no idea where it could be. So that's always nice to know. Alright. Alright, let's get Joy over here. Alright.
Be safe. You're gonna be so safe. Everything is gonna be fine. Don't you worry. Everything will be okay. I'm not gonna let anyone.
Damn. I'm only over worried about shock treatment, but she's already a lost cause.
Don't call her that to touch you.
Alright, fine. You go see what our comatose witness has to offer.
Iris, everything will be fine. Don't worry, I'm here to help you.
Don't kill my sister!
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Stay back!
Holy shit, she can see me! What the?
I'm gonna keep you safe. You're gonna be so safe. Everything is gonna be fine.
I think I know that symbol. I've seen it before.
Where?
We'll be okay.
I don't know. Maybe in my mom's book.
You're gonna be just fine. Everything's gonna be safe. You're gonna
They definitely look familiar.
touch you.
This one means protection. I knew this was a
Wait, contract. She still knows, she still knows. Sorry, kid. Maybe we didn't need you after all.
You okay? Iris's location. Iris is in room 216 in the high security ward and scheduled for shock treatment very soon.
What the hell? She booted me out somehow. Alright. Let's see if anything here can tell me what the hell is going on with this girl.
Determine what Iris knows about the Bell Killer.
What are these things for? Like art therapy or something?
No. Blue eyes. Cold as death.
Who had blue eyes? And death? What does that mean?
Blue eyes. Wolf eyes. Blue stare.
Iris was deeply disturbed by someone with blue eyes. Troubled. Deranged drawing. Iris must express her inner demons with these drawings. Iris sees me. Iris can see me. She's a medium too? What is Iris trying to communicate with this drawing? Hat, hung, bell, burned at the stake, decapitated, wind chime. I mean, one of them is bell. Is there any other clues? Flipped. Iris seems to be very agitated right now. Art therapy. Why would the asylum let her have crayons? Is it part of her therapy somehow? Okay, I guess I can analyze something else maybe? Oh, okay. What is Iris trying to communicate with this drawing? Tormented. Chased. Iris captured. Iris was captured by her assailant. Okay. Bell. Hung? Nope. Well, it's kind of difficult to look. Okay, it says... I was gonna say, it's kind of difficult to look when it looks like this. It's kind of difficult to be able to see what this image is when you're kind of stuck like this. But now that I actually looked up and saw that, I can definitely tell it's decapitated. Symbol in the sand. This relates to a Bell Killer murder, where he burned someone at the stake. Okay, there's still at least one more thing apparently I can do. Oh wait, I can talk to Joy now.
Why won't this door open?
Okay, well, that made no progress. Well, it's definitely been more than 15 minutes. I think. Okay, there's still something I can interact with. Oh. Okay, I had to get really close to this one. What is Iris trying to communicate with this drawing? Nailed it. Bound twins. Iris has a twin sister.
Happening.
No, just run. Just run. Just run. Go. Leave her alone.
I'm so sorry.
Rose saved Iris's life, but paid it with her own. Bell killer's going after young girls.
Well, what was it? What'd you see?
Poor kid. Her sister freed her when they were about to be scorched, but she couldn't return the favor.
Leave us alone!
Iris, are you okay?
It's Rose.
She has flames.
She was possessed.
I told you to stay back.
Who are you?
I'm Joy. You don't belong in this place.
Orderlies.
Crap, I'm so dead.
All right, Iris could be the answer to everything. Help her, help her. Come on, she's coming with us.
No, you're not taking her.
You want the orderlies to shock her? She stays here. You want her to be safe outside? She comes with us. It's up to you.
Oh man, we got another ghostly friend. Alright. Burned to death. Both Iris and her sister were captured by the Bell Killer. Iris escaped, but her sister was burned to death. Okay. So we gotta find a path for them to take. Here we go. I don't see any other cameras, so I think we're okay. Good thing he's just gonna focus on that walkie-talkie the entire time. And also have no peripheral vision whatsoever. As is usually the case. Back to town.
Over here. In those shadows there. Coast is clear.
Why do my worst nightmares keep getting way worse?
Okay, let's figure this out.
Thought I would never see this again.
Alright. So what do you know about this contract?
Nothing.
Come on.
It doesn't make sense.
So he just asked you if you knew about a contract?
He didn't ask. He wanted us to admit to it. Admit to having a contract with demons.
Demon?
We did nothing to him. He had no reason to go after us the way he did.
The way he did. He drowns one girl and burns another. And where have I seen that stake before?
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm assuming it's gonna be this, because this actually has a stake. Nailed it.
That's it. All right, look, get Iris to the church, make sure that she's safe. I'll catch up with you later. Go.
Okay, come on, Iris.
All right. Now what the hell does a museum gala have to do with Rose's murder?
Investigate the gala with links to the Bell Killer. Who could the Bell Killer or his murderers, or his murders, or how could the Bell Killer or his murders be linked to the gala? Oh, excuse me. Rose's murder might be related to the exhibit at the museum. Alright. In the museum of Salem history. Also, that like one girl that was like showing us around at the beginning has very limitedly shown up, and it makes me a bit concerned. Alrighty. I do still wonder what was it I missed around here. I guess again it doesn't matter. That's gonna be second playthrough fixing. I feel like we've only got like one other location after this, so I think we might actually be able to beat this game today. We'll just have to wait and see, I guess.
Fitting for an investigation about a serial killer. All these murders have whipped this town into a frenzy. Now it all leads here to a gala celebrating a time when Salem found itself swept up in another whirlwind of hysteria.
Good thing a bunch of people are just chilling at a gala late at night. Good thing it was like set up beforehand. Witch Trials exhibits. Yeah, because this seems like the perfect thing to just want to go and visit late at night.
I'm so sorry. Tomorrow tickets will go on sale to the general public. Tonight is a special members only event.
What's so special in there tonight? I got all dressed up for nothing.
The museum must be doing well to turn us away. Maybe there's a way to talk her into it.
I mean, who really wants to go and visit a museum dedicated to the witch trials at like midnight? Seems a bit strange to me.
I couldn't get out. The fire was merciless.
Alright.
Gather round and bear witness to the righteous proceedings of a trial of a most heinous nature. Now you, good woman Putnam, you stand accused of the murder of 7 of your own children, whom you claim were taken by forces of the devil.
This freak show better give me some answers.
I did not do it. My devil spawn of a child is my own accuser.
Confess to bearing the spawn of the devil?
I did only mean it as a term of anger.
Sorry, I was getting some water. Is the gala linked to the Bell Killer murders somehow?
Has testified to this court that you did take from her a puppet, and she began to have pains of the belly and bled most woefully from her nether parts for 5 days. Was or was not the puppet used to inflict this suffering?
It was not. I have engaged in no witchcraft.
This play is hilarious, but nobody gets it.
Proving her demonic curse upon her.
Alright, they're just gonna do their own thing. I'll look around. See what I can find clue-wise. I don't know how long that play is gonna be going on for. Nailed it.
The time is upon us, Abigail Williams.
No.
Oh, hey, there's the
You
girl that I was
scourge of
just talking
Salem.
about.
It is time to pay for your sin.
Actual Puritan era gallows. That ghost girl from the alleys is Abigail Williams, and this gallows was actually used to execute her centuries ago. That's a dark thought.
I remember a bright flash, and then nothing.
Dude, being a ghost must be really boring. Man, I'm glad that they had to put that in brightish red text, not even actually on the thing. They have to manually put it over it. Anyway, Salem Witch Trial Judgment House. Owned by Judge Hawthorne, one of the most influential judges during the witch trials, this historical mansion was also served as courtroom for many of the trials and sentencing hearings during the hysteria that blackened Salem in 1692. One of Salem's historical sites, a mansion owned by a judge, where accused witches were tried as part of the Salem witch trials in 1692. Are these guys still going?
There were children accusing their own parents.
Yeah, I mean, if it's here, I guess it's true. I can't imagine what it would be like to have my own child turn on me.
It blows my mind that this really happened. Not just in a play, but in the lives of real people.
Yeah. Seems like just about anything can get you accused of witchcraft.
Ain't that the truth?
Did you see all those police lights?
I don't know. We came straight from a dinner in Boston. Maybe Jim knows.
So, I'm sitting there
Jim, did
watching
you hear
the Pats
anything
game.
about a crime or something?
What? Crime? No, I didn't hear anything.
Oh yeah, it was by that old rundown apartment building. I don't know. I guess some drug thing got busted or something. I never liked that street anyway.
Yeah, that street owed me money.
Sheila was just saying there were police lights flashing and a street blocked off.
Okay, yeah, that takes me out of that. Okay, we gotta look at just about everything and anything. Anything could be possibly something.
So it wasn't really a form of execution.
Right.
But someone still got killed by this.
Yep.
So, what's the point of this?
They were trying to get people to talk.
To talk? How could they talk with those heavy stones on their chests?
Doesn't make sense to me either.
Nope, okay, I guess it was the rope. No, it wasn't the rope. Okay, it was the stain. Alright. Sure.
Confess, witch. Confess. Your covenant. A demonic contract with the dark forces.
Man, you know what? Say what you will, but at least they were allowed to say that guys were witches back in the day, back in the 1600s. At least they were progressive back then. Back in Puritan times, they tortured people to coerce confessions that their actions were guided by a demonic contract.
So it wasn't just witchcraft that would get you in here. It was all kinds of things.
You could get dunked for gossiping?
Wow. I mean, gossiping is destructive and all, but that's harsh.
Was this something that, like, this used in a Bell Killer murder? Nailed it. Burned at the stake. Rose was burned to death on a stake just like this.
I wonder how long they left people underwater.
Long enough to be mighty uncomfortable, I suppose.
Plus, everyone was staring while it happened.
Yeah. Talk about public humiliation. It must have been like the pillory, but also nearly drowning.
Oh, excuse me. Water, drown, Sophia. Something like this was used to kill Sophia, a dunking torture chair. Okay, so there's still 2 other clues. But I could conclude.
Women had a raw deal.
Would a Puritan really say that? Maybe make my voice deeper.
Oh, I just like fall through the ground. That was funny.
I wish people could read the sign.
What, reading? In America? That's never gonna happen.
Stay polite.
Ronan meets Rex. I was so nervous. My rogue ex-con boyfriend meets my cop brother. It's a situation that's bound to have sparks, right? It's bound to give me an achievement. But it's like they were birds of a feather. I've never seen 2 men understand each other so naturally. I think this is going to work out fine. Okay.
The train was so loaded down with ammunition, like we were a rolling bomb.
Yeah, I can't go through that way, I guess. Oh. German witch trial. During the European witch hunts, Germany executed between 50,000 and 80,000 people accused of being witches, of whom roughly 80% were women. The more you know. Witchcraft superstition plaque. Perceptions of witches are not common in Europe between the fall of Rome and the Protestant, I don't know, Reformation. Numerous laws explicitly forbade condemning people as witches, or burning people alive, or burning people for witchcraft. This stemmed from the notion that the very belief in witchcraft was supernatural. Jeez, I can't read. Train station memorial plaque. Once the mighty iron trains charged forth on rails housed in this building, once the mighty trains charged forth on rails housed in this building. Now, this place has been transformed into a monument to our town's past, carrying history forward on the rails of our memories.
What made us derail that day? I always wonder.
Dude, a rock? Dunking at gossip. Those convicted of gossiping sometimes paid their penance via the dunking stool. That's why you don't gossip, kids. You could get dunked. Alright. Now it makes me think that there could be like people I could possess and they might have information, but I don't feel like that's going to be the case. First witch execution plaque. The first person hanged at Gallows Hill was Bridget Bishop, who claimed that I am as innocent as the child unborn when presented with the charge of witchcraft. I mean, I guess that's one way to try to prove your innocence, but apparently they don't care about children that aren't born. I mean, I feel like it's got to be a painting, right? That's really the only things that kind of just stand out right now. But the thing is, I don't know which paintings it would be. Could be clues out here, maybe? I mean, the area of investigation is rather large. Okay, can't do anything there. Ah, here we go. Here's something. Court records. Replica of court records from the actual Salem witch trials. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Shame. Shame. Pillory. Must have been a pretty effective way to publicly shame people. There we go. Now we've gotten everything.
Wouldn't it be awful?
Being locked up in one of these things all day? I mean, just the physical discomfort.
Exactly. What if you had an itch?
Shit, people constantly mocking you? I don't think I could take it.
I mean, agreed. That's why I'm on the internet. Nobody mocks anybody on the internet.
So the Bell killer used torture devices like this to kill his victims. Why kill them like witches?
I'm surprised there's no exhibit for the accusers. It's such an important part of Salem's history.
Actually, several artifacts aren't on display yet. We're currently preparing them upstairs in the restoration room.
You don't say.
What else is in here?
There are more artifacts upstairs in the restoration room that might relate to the Bell Killer case. The killer used Puritan-era style witch trial punishment devices on his victims. Okay, well, before we do that, there was this section over here that I don't really know if I can explore all too much. Here we go. Need another rock. So yeah, I guess you just can't teleport through that. Ooh, another rock? Dude, rocks everywhere. Museum date. Went to the history museum with Ronan again. He's not much of a history buff, but he knows I am, and he's so sweet to come with me. Ominous as it may be, I love that this little town has so much gravitas to it. That people have lived here for centuries. That helps me feel rooted to this place. Sure, whatever you say. Baker in the stocks. Being a dishonest baker was one of the many offensive labels, or offensive libels. Is it label? It doesn't look like label, it looks like libel. To result in the public shaming and torture of the stocks. Okay, let's try to see if we can find any more things. Alright, I'm trying my best not to accidentally startle something. Mostly myself. I'm very easily startled. Okay, now we can keep going. The door was like right there to it too. I feel stupid. Oh, jeez. That timing with me doing that doesn't make me feel good at all. Okay, so I'm absolutely gonna need to do a teleport over. This. Dang it. Nailed it. Alright, anything else further up ahead? Yep, there's something. Witch Trial History Plaque. The Salem witch trials ended in 1693. However, witch trials continued with legal sanction in Europe as late as 1750. Oh, this is the path I was supposed to take. Yeah, let's see what's over here. We can take a path to somewhere else. Almost couldn't do that. Come on, let Ronan get over there. Thank you. There. Okay. Oh, glad to know I just wasted time. Wonder if I can go through that. I'm getting the feeling I can't. Yeah, the rewards. I feel like I'm probably not going to be able to. So I'm not going to risk it. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to run over. I don't trust my luck on that one. Now, does this actually come up? It does. I wonder if the smokestack up front would actually hurt me or not. Okay, we're gonna get out of here. This is really loud. Alright, let's look around now. Find more collectibles. Man, there are a lot of rocks. Yeah, if you could all just, like, be right next to one another, that would save me so much time. Alright. Okay, that's probably going further up. But I need to take any other little last rocks I need to grab here. Does not look like it. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick bathroom break. YouTube, Twitch, be back in a moment. Alrighty, I have returned. Just scooch my chair in a little bit. Come on. Sometimes it's really easy to move the chair, sometimes it just does not want to even budge. Alright, let's continue.
Joy? I told you to look after Iris.
You're not the boss of me.
I found a bunch of stuff downstairs. The Bell Killer is offing his victims as if they're witches. I'm heading upstairs to see what else I can find. I should have told you to follow me, and then maybe you would have stayed at the church.
You know me so well.
Alright. Ooh, rock. And I'm like a child. So excited about rocks. Only need 4 more, too. Might actually get this one done.
Just keep an eye out for security cameras and alarms.
Thanks for the tip, but this isn't even my first break-in today.
Yeah, this looks like the right place. Now let's see what these artifacts can tell me about the witch trials.
Alright. Time to investigate. Do any of these artifacts relate to the Bell Killer case? Has that always been on the top like these things here? Has this always been up top and I've just never noticed?
Are you sure you found everything?
Nope. I found nothing. There's a lot of clues around here. Medieval witch book. The Malleus Maleficarum, or Hammer of the Witches. Man, why did you say that in the first place? Published in 1487, argued for the existence of witches, the nature and genesis of their powers, and how best to prosecute them. Yikes. Alright. Ooh, a plaque. Everybody's favorite. Museum donor plaque. Dedicated to that nameless citizen who generously made the care of our town's heritage possible. We delicately restore the past to make a better future. But we don't learn from it, do we?
This place, it puts me in touch with odd sensations, centuries old. I'm trying to focus on this killer, but the echoes from these sensations keep interfering, like death.
Hey, my family has nothing to do with this.
Pleading to be remembered.
Museum spirits. Joy's mother feels spirits from Salem's history are linked to the items kept in the museum. So these just been a thing, and I feel like I've probably missed out on these collectibles then, because I don't feel like I feel like I've just started getting them. Is that me? Am I just crazy? Alright. Any rocks in here? No, but there's something. Book of Engravings. William Payne, or Pine, actually I guess that'd be Pine. William Pine's book of color engravings. The costume of Great Britain shows a rotating pillory that held 4 people at once as they walked around a post, like mules at a grinding mill. That's a very pleasant thought. Okay. That's all I can do out here, it looks like. Ooh, a rock. Was it 2 more? 1 more left. Alright, who's got the last rock? Hmm? Anyone? Anyone? I'm not seeing any other rocks, so it's probably gonna be one of those things where I've missed 1 more collectible. Judge. Witch Trial Authority. A painting of a witch trial judge. Wine. A large barrel of making wine. A large barrel used for making wine. Distress calls. Ship's telegraph. An antique-looking ship's telegraph on a stand. Navigation. Ship's binocle. I don't know why my brain can't freaking connect the way to say that, even though I know it's binocular, so I can't say binocle. It sounds wrong. It doesn't sound right. An antique-looking brass ship's binocle. And then again, I just think bionicle. Civil War. Antique cannon. A Civil War era cannon. Okay. Oh, stuck in place. I genuinely could not read that through myself. Ship's anchor. A large ship anchor. Okay, I think that's about it outside of like the highlighted areas, so let's check this stuff out. I feel like I'm shaking more with this one. Let me hear it again. See, that makes it sound like, I feel like that'd be the crystal. Yep.
My apologies. It will always belong to you.
For shame, Bridget. This charade of your conversations with the spirit world will surely condemn you as a witch.
Alright, what we got over here? Oh wait, I didn't read that. Puritan mediums were witches. Puritans considered anyone exhibiting medium-like abilities to be witches. Persecution. Witch trial painting. One of the existing witch trial-related paintings previously used in the first floor exhibit. Important message. Witch trial public summons, an antique scroll. Judgment. Judge's gavel. A judge's gavel. I wonder how old this is, or I wonder how old that is. List of the accused. Witch trial notebook. A notebook from the late 1600s listing those accused in the witch trials. Okay, is it only going to be in lit up sections? Oh, we got a wheel here. Any direction. Ship's wheel. An antique-looking galleon ship's wheel. Salem's psychic history. Glass on back order. Psychic leads police to gruesome discovery. Local child medium Sophia Baker finds missing man. Rose Campbell, Salem High student, claims psychic powers. Another murder closed with psychic help. SPD responds. Medium solves 20-year-old mystery. OP/ED. Do psychics really exist? Sophia was a medium as well. This means that several of the girls the Bell Killer targeted were mediums. Okay, there's still apparently one more clue. But who knows where it could be. Where, oh where could the last clue stay? Oh. Baxter in museum.
Hey, kid. I need you to lift up this painting.
It's called The Hanged Witch. It's creepy. Oh.
It's the killer's symbol.
Symbol on the painting. A ghostly version of the Bell Killer symbol is on a painting called The Hanged Witch. Baxter hurried to hide this painting when someone approached him up here. Why hide it? And what was he doing here in the first place? Do any of these artifacts relate to Bell Killer? The Bell Killer case? Well, I mean, obviously this one should. There we go.
So the Bell Killer is targeting mediums because he thinks they're witches? That's insane. Who do I know that's interested in mediums? Baxter.
What suspicious behavior has Baxter exhibited during the case? Oh, yes. Nailed it.
And why the hell is Baxter involved in this? He dropped the case when he was demoted. All right, found the killer's symbol. We got a suspect to look into. We're almost there.
And not one step closer to finding my mom.
Like I said, the world doesn't need another whiner.
You know what? Screw you. You don't understand.
Don't understand? My wife was murdered 3 years ago.
She got to float up into the white light, and I got stuck here in this place with some bitchy teen.
Ugh.
Your mom's been missing what? 2, 3 days? Huh? And I guarantee you we'll find her. If we fail, I'll never get to see Julia again. Ever.
We won't fail.
I don't need a cheerleader.
Look, I'm sorry. I didn't know about your wife.
Yeah. Look, we need to act on the information we found. You head off to the church.
The church? Where are you going?
Baxter's our prime suspect. I need to get over to his apartment and see if I can dig up any skeletons. Probably not a good idea for a fugitive to visit a cop.
Fine, I'll meet you later.
We never found that last rock. Suspicious Baxter. Baxter's suspicious behavior surrounding this case points to him being a Bell killer suspect. I need to find him. Oh, now we actually nailed it perfectly too with all of them. That's nice. Now, is the train going to continuously keep going? Oh, hey, there's that last rock. How did I miss this? Oh, God! I hate you so much right now.
My husband and I stepped off the platform and onto the giant hissing locomotive. I remember looking back at our small town and thinking of all the happy memories we made there. But I was excited to start our new life in Salem. I must have dozed off because I was startled awake by the sound of screeching metal. And as the train came to a halt, all I could hear was the torrential rain pelting against the roof. I looked out the window. There was only darkness. Then came the brightest flash of lightning I had ever seen. When my husband left to inquire about the delay, a woman in the back of the train started screaming. We rushed over to her and asked her what was wrong, but all she could manage to say through her sobs was something about seeing the spirits of the dead wandering in the rain. Stranger still were the passengers that were suddenly stricken with the painful memories of their past. It was at this point that I became truly terrified, so I set out to find Joe. When I reached the cab and still hadn't found him, I was worried. I looked out the front window and saw the train's conductor laboring to move a downed tree from the tracks. And there was Joe, walking up to help. However, instead of grabbing hold of the tree, Joe bent down, picked up a rock, and crushed the conductor's skull with it. When I left the train and ran up to him, I could see that this wasn't the Joe I once knew. Something had taken hold of him, something angry. Then he saw something that terrified him. He dropped the rock and ran off into the woods. However, right before he disappeared into the trees, during a bright flash of lightning, I thought I saw something chasing him, hunting him. I can only describe it as a ghostly specter, cloaked in black. But more likely than not, it was just a shadow. The authorities spent days combing the woods for Joe. but he never turned up. I tried to go back home, but the memories were too painful. Some nights I lie in bed, tortured by the thoughts of what our life could have been if we had never stepped onto that train.
Alright, well, now that I've had a moment to hear a honestly very disturbing style ghost story at that moment, I could deal with my own problems with this dude. So that's nice. So there's only this one. Oh no, there's definitely not only that one. Okay, which direction are you gonna go in? That is exactly the direction I'm... Okay, nope! I guess he saw me. Okay, cool. Love that so much. That's so nice. I love the fact that that was the case. Can I please transfer to another one? Can you guys just please go away? Thank you. Alright, well now that I've had that absolute nightmare of a problem to deal with out of the way. Alright, now just that one. Okay, just need to wait for him to turn around into a direction I can actually not get spotted in. Because I think he could probably see me from this. Then again, I don't even know. This game's peripherals are just stupid. Okay, so I gotta find a way to get him to look at that bird. There we go. Alright, now that that's taken care of, and thankfully I used the bathroom earlier. Let's get out of here. Yeah, you guys don't even want to know what I just dealt with. Okay, I guess, yeah, the train is done. That's nice.
I just got a text. Did you hear something else happen just now? Something bad.
Someone told me about a murder.
No, like this just happened. Police are all freaking out.
What happened?
I don't know. Sounds serious, though.
Well, thanks for clearing that up. Oh, nope, not this path. Alright.
What that guy just said? Something horrible just happened at St. Benedict's.
The church? What
is going on in this town tonight?
Oh, man. It must be true. I think I hear sirens.
Not that into this.
I'm not into the whole sirens thing.
Why the hurry, boys? Where you headed? Oh, no.
Well, that's definitely not good. Okay, gotta get back to the church now. Alright. Well, hopefully Iris isn't dead. That'd be very disappointing. Alright. I didn't realize the church was gonna be this far. Holy cow. Going on to the actual other side of the map right now. I also get the feeling that, at some point there's just, like, when you're progressing through this area, it's going to make you have to deal with more of the demons, and I'm not looking forward to that. Also, I took a wrong path, so I had to adjust that one real quick. Alright, here we go. Maybe I'll be able to find that last thing I was needing. Actually, what else was it that I was needing? Bell Teller. The Bell Tower Banshee. I need 2 more of these. I need 5 and 10. Maybe I can actually find those. Maybe I needed to teleport to get that. Also, I haven't really helped anybody. Is there no other spirits to help? I don't remember if I got an achievement for that or not. Also, that's there now. I guess it just didn't save last time or something. Who knows? Alright.
Cops and criminals get used to red and blue flashing lights. Even after you get numb to them, sometimes they still chill your bones. You can get that feeling that this time, they mean something personal.
I hate that feeling. Every time I hear sirens, I get that worried little feeling in the bottom of my stomach.
Thank God you're okay. No, Joy, don't! Damn it!
Lieutenant, caught her sneaking up the side staircase. Says she's a friend of the priest.
Where's Father Macaulay? Is he alright?
Just put her in my car. I want to interview her myself. Can somebody remind Broyles that the door's not going to watch itself?
Yes, sir.
It's a simple question, please!
Take it easy on her.
Hey, anybody find Baxter yet?
Nope. Went to the station, drove by his place, nothing. You know, there's definitely something wrong here.
I mean, honestly, have you ever seen anything like this?
Half this stuff feels like a goddamn riddle.
I don't know. It just seems so demented.
Demented? I gotta find this crime scene before they cart away all the evidence.
Find out what happened at the church. Joy and Iris are at the church. I need to make sure they're okay. I liked Montgomery over there just was like looking at me and just being all like, "There's multiple of me, detective. Can you find the real one?" So what was this? Do I not have a... Okay, there we go. Okay, I have to go to this way to see new ones. Or I guess I can't. Alright. But yeah, there's still plenty of collectibles I have no doubt will be missing more and more of. Also, the little demon patch here is gone now. Okay! Did not like that. Can they come up here? Oh. How did I miss this one? I was like right there. Please go to your left. I greatly appreciate you listening to me. Okay, you're getting awfully close there. Alright. This is going a lot easier than the, one at the museum. Now this guy's kind of like all the way over there, and I don't have a good angle to get to him at the moment. Okay, but he does get closer over here, so that might work out. Since I know he goes over that way. And I'll have plenty of time to go for the sneak attack. Okay, I thought he'd get a little bit closer before that, but okay. I don't think I can run while that's happening. Like, I think they notice if I run, so that's why I'm not doing, like, the run thing right there.
The work of a real monster. Nothing's sacred to this guy.
Okay, I'm gonna take a look around to see if I can find the last saw. Actually, which one am I missing? Is it 5 or 10 left? It's 5. I don't know if that actually helps me or not. Okay. Always look behind me too, because you never know when something might just be there behind, wait, like something. Oh.
The work of a real monster.
Okay, so yeah, he just thinks the same thing as the previous guy.
Nothing's sacred to this guy.
Alright, now could you just go back and walk over there, please? Do a cool little back step. That was nice. Like that, just a kick in the nuts. How exactly did Iris die? Crushed to death? Statue stones? Improvised weapon? Iris was killed by the Bell Killer but how did he find her? The police have been trying to find Baxter but can't. That's strange in the middle of a murder investigation. Dragging. Iris's blood. That must be Iris's blood. I hope that's not Chris's blood. From when she was trying to get away from the killer. Shattered. Fallen glass. Shattered window glass. Just like from my murder. Crushing impact. Only something powerful could crack the ground like this. Probably after falling from a height. Brute force. Toppled over. The killer must have pushed over the statue to break it. Heavy. Statue's original position. This was where the statue was before it ended up on Iris. Man, that is very blunt. I heard that.
If she stayed at the hospital, she'd still be alive.
Don't hold too tight to what's keeping you here. Just remember, this wasn't your fault.
I'm sorry.
What else did he do here?
I mean, I guess if you take a silver lining into this, you know, at least they were able to move on since they were together again. So, there's that at least. And it is so dark now. I'm just also looking around for that last saw. I genuinely have no idea where I could have missed it at. Then again, I missed that one that was by the staircase, so, you know, I'm not exactly the most eagle-eyed individual, clearly. Alright, are you gonna think the same thing as the last couple of guys?
Work of a real monster.
Yep. Upstairs I go. I don't remember much about the upstairs here. Actually, I don't think I was upstairs before, because I don't think I could have been. Is that the demon protection thing or whatever? So maybe the saw is in this section? I wouldn't put it past the game, even though for some reason it's like number 5 out of 11, so it'd be a bit weird. Sanctuary. Ronan isn't religious, and neither am I, but I am starting to get through to him about the sense of tradition that comes from a place like St. Benedict. It was a breath of fresh air to be there today. That Father Macaulay, he's doing such fine work in the community. A real inspiration, that one. All the things I've done with troubled young people pales in comparison to what Macaulay has done. If there is such a thing as a living saint, he's got to qualify. Okay, well, before we go there... Holy cow, what in the world happened here?
Shit.
Can I find my killer's trail here? Jeez Louise, this was an absolute massacre. Empowered, or overpowered. Thrown victim. Why take out all these people? Escape route. Footprints on the windowsill. I was about to say the footprints on the windmill. That is definitely not correct. This must be the route both Iris and the killer took to get down to the courtyard. Oh, is this like the wedding? Oh, this is the... I'm assuming this is like the wedding people, I guess? No chance. Beaten victim. The killer ruthlessly attacked these people. Twisted victim. They didn't stand a chance. What is Iris doing? Falling, scared, needs help. Iris fleeing. Iris stumbled through the group of people, apparently fleeing from somewhere else.
Lady, you still with us? You just stopped talking.
Bodies everywhere.
I mean, yeah, you can't really blame her for not being able to talk right now and being in the room still, by the way. Okay. What will make her think about about why the killer murdered them?
That girl was running away. That's who he's after. Not the rest of us.
Massacre. The witness claims the killer was obviously after Iris, and they got in his way, so he killed them. Kind of I mean, not an incorrect thought on that, but it still sounds kind of mean the way that she said it, or thought it, I guess, technically. Okay, so there's still 2 more clues around here. Oh, the glass. Thrown against. Broken window. The killer throwing people against the window must have broken it. Okay, there's still at least one other thing around here. Ah. Destroyed. Broken glass. More broken glass.
We have cocktails already.
Okay, all right, everyone, let's get this picture. We've got to get to the reception now. Everybody.
Please, let me through.
Hey.
Oh my God.
She all right? Hey, settle down.
Oh, let me go. Let me go. He's here.
Look, you need to back off.
These weren't normal Bell Killer murders. These people were just in the way. He was after Iris. I wonder if there's more evidence in Joy's room.
Random casualties. This massacre was not part of the Bell Killer's plan. They just got in the way, so he killed them. Just like me. Alright, well. With that lovely thought in mind, let's go ahead and continue. Oh.
Oh no. Man, how am I gonna tell her about you? Why was the killer here?
So what is with the paw prints? That's a bit weird. Sounds like the rosary. Probably had this for years. Nope, I guess not. I guess that was his neck then breaking. Poor man. His neck snapped completely. He never had a chance.
Died trying to protect Iris. Sure that won't make it sting any less for Joy. Damn it.
Father Macaulay's death. He died protecting Iris. His last act of sacrifice. Sneaking around. Cat tracks. Cat must still be nearby from the looks of these tracks. What did the killer do up here? What is the killer doing? Discovered. Staring. Killer interrupted. The killer was found in the attic by the priest, then discarded what he was holding. Discarded. Dropped photo. Joy's photo of her and her mother, shattered after it fell to the ground. Spooked. Hissing cat residue. Something spooked the cat. Oh, is this the final saw? Hey, let's go. Alright, let's wait for that achievement pop. Any moment now. I'm gonna have to recall, aren't I?
Well, it was somewhere around noon on a Sunday when I got a call
I guess
from the
not.
pastor. He was looking for someone to fix up the old church. It had been sitting up on that hill, abandoned for over 40 years after getting hit by lightning back in '98. It suffered a bunch of fire damage. So, of course, I agreed to help. I knew something was wrong the second I stepped inside. As an inexplicable chill came over me. Anyway, I shook it off and I set to work. As I started tearing up the damaged floorboards, they were all bad. Well, I uncovered...
There's the achievement. Holy cow, that took forever.
It seemed like any of the others I'd seen over my 22 years in the construction business, until I saw the scraps of human hair and bones that the rats had used to make it. Well, suddenly I heard the floorboards on the second floor creaking above me, and the sounds of a young girl weeping. Well, I was worried that the damaged section of the ceiling was going to give away under her weight, so, I yelled, "Hey, stop, come down immediately." Well, my voice must have startled her because she went completely silent. So I got up and I went to look for her. When I entered the room upstairs, though, I was surprised to see it completely empty. It only took me, a minute to make my way up there, and I would have heard her run off if she did. But that's when I heard the weeping again. Only this time it was coming from the bell tower. So I climbed up the long, treacherous, curving stairs at the top, and I noticed what I thought was dried blood dotting the way. When I finally got up to the belfry, I was just paralyzed with terror. Because lying before me was the withered corpse of a young girl. Judging by her sun-bleached clothes and weathered bones, it seemed like she'd been lying there for the better part of those 40 years the place had been empty. The rats, they picked her bones clean. I took off running. I didn't stop until I got all the way to town. The ravages of time made it impossible for the authorities to get any identity on this girl. It seems Salem will never know who killed her. Some people still claim to hear her weeping there. As for myself, I never went back.
Understandable. So the cat probably could have gone through there. Okay, so we have all the things, so let's go ahead and figure this out. What did the killer do up here? Nailed it.
I don't think she's the most ideal roommate. A little rough around the edges, but I'm sure you'll like the room, and in time you'll both get along really well.
Don't worry, I can get along with most anyone.
Excellent. Well, this is the room. Here we are.
Father? What's wrong?
Go. Go.
Killer came here looking for Joy, but took out Iris instead. This is a friggin' dead end.
Dude, dropping a freaking in the...
So where's Bex?
What is this, an M-rated game? Holy cow.
He's not
Kids play
here.
this.
He's got some explaining to do.
Well, what about you? You see anything?
Original target, Joy. The killer came here for Joy, but decided to kill Iris instead when he discovered she was here. Hey, where are you going? Where'd you go? Where the heck did the cat go? Oh, there you are.
Easy, kitty. Easy, easy. It's your old buddy Ronan. What the hell was that? The killer dropped something in the vent. Maybe the cat can help get to it.
I mean, I imagine the cat's probably not a big fan of you, outside of the fact that you're a ghost. You also did possess it. I possessed it. I've always wanted to be a cat. Killer dropped item. The killer dropped something down a vent. Oh, I was hitting the wrong button. There we go, jeez.
Thanks for the help.
Guys, do you think it's the spoon or the fork? Oh man, you know what? Why not just make a spork? It saves so much time. Key. Mysterious key. Alright, I gotta see what these other things say. Spoon. A standard spoon. Most likely for the church's downstairs kitchen. A standard fork. Most likely from the church's downstairs kitchen. Alright. A mysterious key.
I know that house.
Got Judgment House. The church, which is very unlikely. I'm assuming it's Judgment House.
That's it. The killer's hideout. I need to get to Judgment House.
Killer's hideout. That historical Judgment House from the museum painting appeared to be the killer's hideout. Alright, let's get out of here. Hey, you mind if I stay in here for a bit? Investigate the Bell Killer's hideout. The old Judgment House might be where the Bell Killer is right now. Alright, what are we looking at here? It looks like just the one? Can I just, like, go right through this? No, I can't. Of course I can't. What, did he hear me going down the stairs? Nope, okay. Can he come upstairs is the question. Does not seem like it. Yeah, well, joke's on you. They can't find a hiding spot in an elevated or lowered area. Out of context, this just makes this dude look like the bravest man in existence. If anybody saw this thing in real life, they would just be terrified. I keep thinking that that's the button there. It's not.
Nothing's sacred to this guy.
There we go. Alright, bring me back over, pal. Okay, it looks like there's no more that have spawned here. That's nice. So we can just get out of here. Back to town.
Some ghost thing and get me out of this. Come on.
Trust me. You're better off this way. The killer was after you.
Oh. What happened in there?
He didn't suffer.
lying.
He died protecting innocent people, that's all you need to know.
He died because of me.
Hey. You know, pleading insanity isn't going to help you much on 2 counts of trespassing and felony escape. So you can drop the crazy act, all right?
Rex, man, give her a break.
You have anything to say for yourself? No? That's what I thought. We'll figure out what to do with you at the station.
Why does this keep happening to me?
Joy, tell him what we found. They need to know it all. You gotta find a way to convince him.
Where are you going?
Killer left a clue about the ancient mansion we saw at the museum. Tell Rex about that too. It's probably the killer's place.
Okay, I'll try.
Man, can't wait for the police back up. We'll finally be able to arrest the guy. Joy safe in custody. Rex is carting Joy off to custody. I know the harsh sting of losing your freedom, but it's better than losing your life. Alright, now to Judgment. Judgment House. Roadhouse. Honestly, like, I know I didn't get everything, but I'm actually very proud of this playthrough of getting a lot of the stuff actually done, because I feel like when I originally played, I didn't get a lot of the collectibles. But then again, I would need to double check my achievements on the 360 version. Then again, I still don't even remember when I originally played that. That was probably, again, like 2015 or 2016 or something. It was a long time ago. Alright. I don't remember if this is the last section of the game or if there's... I think there's one more after this, but I'm fine with actually just trying to beat the game today. What we'll do for Thursday is I'll probably just think of something else to do. We'll find out when we get there. Oh, excuse me.
I always heard this place was such an interesting museum back in its heyday. Now it's just a place propped up by rusty nails and rumors. A place you wouldn't dare your worst enemy to go into.
Alright, there it is, Judgment House. Huh. Maybe this abandoned place isn't so abandoned after all. I hate it when I'm right.
Same. That was very abrupt. Okay, well, this is pretty straightforward right now. Oh. No one saw that. Strike that from the record. Alright. Identity, or info about my killer. Poem 1. She who does the devil's dance shall drop and crack and sway, and jig upon the rope perchance the devil's dues to pay. The way I said it made it sound like I said to pay. The fake hair that you put on your head when you go bald and you feel ashamed. Poem 2. Unnatural bridge of ghost and flesh, you harvest souls as though a friend. You cut with the scythe and pitchfork thresh, until you meet your righteous end. Man. And I thought we were only going to be dealing with Marie's poetry in Persona 4 Gold, and now we got this guy's ramblings. I need to be very careful because I don't know where the progress point is, and I don't want to accidentally progress too far. Though I feel like I am going to be running in circles for a bit. Especially since I have, like, lost all sense of direction in this house. I am so lost. Poem 3. Let man beware who keeps us foul. A witch from a harm beneath his wing. She cast her spell upon his soul. And Rex. Okay. Oh. Yeah, see, I would have absolutely missed this one if I didn't look back. There's absolutely no way. At least some demons will ignore me here. There's gonna be like a good handful of them aren't there. Poem 4. To rid the land of nature's guilt through exercise of power requires more vigilance than thou wilt. 'Tis always judgment hour. You know, I'm not really a big fan of this guy's poetry. It's not that great. At least I don't think so. Do you guys like his poetry? It's not really my thing.
Holy shit. Look at all this crap. What is this? Oh, fresh paint. This one's just been done.
The witch who flew from her own mother, herself a witch, herself in flight, shall meet her death like so many other, and leave both realms this very night. Oh no, that's about Joy. This looks like the Bell Killer's war room. I should check this all out.
Now, is this under this, or is this under... Okay, here we go. The killer is focused on Joy. Scour this room for information about the Bell Killer. The devil made me do it. Mayor Stutter deflects blame after being charged with a series of torturous murders. This was back in December of 1903. There were tortures. There was torturous killings in Salem over 100 years ago. Personal items. Trophies? A collection of what seems to be personal items taken from the Bell Killer's victims, maybe? Victims and murder methods. Execution devices. These are the methods the killer used to murder the victims and how each one of them died. Can't tell if he's consistent or schizophrenic. Oh. Third hanging victim discovered. Bizarre hangings in 3 recent murders harken back to Salem's shameful past back in June of 1940. Well, hang on. I see this little room over there. Well.
The vibrations I'm getting from this house are off the charts. It's like the museum. The old violence tries to take over the new. I have to tell Officer Baxter about this. This could be a vital piece.
Okay, so fun fact, that was not a room, technically part of it. It was actually the next section, which now has the demons, so that's just great. Joy's mother senses unusual spirit activity in Judgment House. Unusually strong. Unusually, vitriolic. And just plain unusual. Man, it's quite unusual indeed. Okay, so there's gotta be one more thing. Oh, right here. Murderous past. Map of previous killings. This map shows the location of all of his murders, but in far more detail than the police know.
Wait. Similar murders, multiple killers, decades apart. Is this a string of copycats? A conspiracy?
Copycat killers.
What else did you hide in this house, you freak? What was that?
Okay, they're still here. Cool, that's so nice. Search the rest of the house and look for another staircase down. Similar murders have been happening in Salem for over a century. Is it a string of copycat killers? Okay, so he's like coming right this way. I don't want to risk that. Those two are way too close to one another. This is making this a little bit difficult to deal with. I could try to summon the bird to do something. I don't know if it's going to bring both of them or just the one. Okay, it was just the one. I'll take it. Okay, thankfully he did not care. I was right up on him. I was gonna give him a bear hug from behind. That's how close I was. Okay. Well, now that that's all taken care of, now we can freely look around and not have to worry about my sanity. So, probably still have to worry about that, actually. Okay. Anything here? Does not seem to be... Oh, wait, hold on. Aha! Okay, that's the bird again. That's the same bird, or well, same bird I used earlier. Okay. Oh boy, I gotta use the bathroom again? Wow. I apparently have a small bladder. Okay, I will be back in a moment, YouTube, Twitch. Okay, I am back. I have no more beverages, so I shouldn't need to use the bathroom for a while. Ronan the Stranger. It's like I don't know him. It's like I don't even know him, and I felt so close, but to a man in my imagination. I would think that something like a criminal record should really come up earlier in a relationship. It's not even his past that's keeping me away now. It's that he didn't tell me right away. He said his tattoos made it obvious, but I don't know. Not obvious enough, I guess. It might be too late for us. Man, the out-of-orderness of this is very entertaining. Alright, here we go. We found the stairs down. How many more do I need? 3 more. Will I be able to find them? I'm gonna need 2 more. Let's go. Ooh, it looked like it makes it look like it was like a little fart there. It's like a little stinky plaque. Colonial kitchen plaque. The small kitchen area inside the house was used by servants for tea preparation, but not for major meals. Those were prepared by slaves in the dedicated kitchen because of the danger of kitchen fires in colonial times. The danger of fire was very real and common. The house probably had half a dozen different kitchens in its time, and there's none left standing on the grounds today. Dude, imagine trying to feed somebody modern day food in like a colonial, or I guess anybody in that era. You think they'd like the food, or do you think they would die? Fight with Ronan. Sometimes that man can be an insensitive beast. I know he's got pressures. I know he's got pressures at work, but home is the place where you let go of all those things. It'll be better tomorrow, I know. But for now, I'm done thinking about it. Okay. I get the feeling I'm gonna have to still deal with at least one more group of demons. I hate when I'm right! Okay, let's see if this guy gets startled by it too. Oh, just don't see me. Just keep going, bird. Just keep going. Keep getting him. Okay, nope, he does not care. Just don't turn around. Don't turn around. Oh, dang it. Had it for a second. Here we go. Cool, 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 cool. Trials were held in this room. Judge's Diary. February 4th, 1693. The witches are all released, and Governor Phipps will not permit further prosecution. Yet it is this girl I fear most. I did threaten her with pressing, and with glee she did tell me of the tortures of her own father, who pressed and ducked her unto drowning. Would she not accuse his enemies? So I am not the first man to use this creature, and she is not afraid of my rebukes. Those who see the spirits of unnatural worlds are as conjurers to her, and she will not be dissuaded in her pursuit of them. She must be destroyed by any available measure of the law. Blah. Colonial parlor plaque. The parlor of the judge's house, what we would call the living room, was one of the most spacious indoor areas available for holding trials. The witch trials were sometimes held here, and sometimes in another public building, such as a tavern. Okay, let's see. If any of them get close enough, I'll probably go for it, but I don't know how close they can get right now. I mean, they're pretty close to one another. Okay, where are you going to turn? Don't turn around, don't turn around. Okay, I think I can sneak up on him. I think I can do it. I can do this. I can do this. He's not gonna notice. What an absolute buffoon. He didn't notice. Let's go. Very cool. Now, I think there's, what, 2 or 1 more of those ghost story things I need to find. Right? Okay. Dude, this is a massive living room. Wait, what was that? Sign indicating cellar holding cells. Yeah, I didn't think I'd be able to get through that. Not that way, anyway. Pondering the proposal. What stopped me from saying yes to Ronan? Maybe it's marriage in general? I always thought I'd just be an independent woman in this world. I may not have processed this possibility enough. But I can't let him go. Can't. Okay. Just making sure that there's nothing else here. Alright, let's continue. Okay. I think I'm probably gonna miss out on the 1, aren't I? I always miss out on the 1, huh? Well, I mean, not always, but you know what I mean. Maybe it's in the cellar.
Oh my God, Baxter? I should have been the one that stopped you.
Ronan? What the hell's going on?
You sick bastard. Why'd you do it? Why'd you bring back the witch trials and kill all those innocent girls?
You think I'm the Bell Killer? Are you insane? I've never killed anyone. You gotta help me. What is this place? We gotta get out of here.
Oh, we gotta get out of here. All of a sudden, we're buds. You need to tell me what's going on here.
What were you doing here?
What were you doing here?
Following a lead. I never dropped the case. Had this psychic, Cassandra, working with me. And we figured out the Bell Killer is hunting mediums. Like a witch trial execution copycat. At that point, we couldn't let it go. Even after Rex demoted me.
So that's why you're at the museum.
Who killed you?
So, who killed you?
The Bell Killer, you idiot. But I didn't get a good look at his face.
Where's the kill? Oh, hold on, we do have information. The Bell Killer murdered Baxter. The Bell Killer murdered Baxter in the Judgment House cellar. Where's the killer?
Where's the killer?
No idea. He could be anywhere, but when we fought, he said something I didn't understand at all.
Wait. The killer actually talked?
Not much, but I think I hit a nerve. I told that bastard he'd be dead soon, but he said, I already know death. And then something about his instrument of death will kill again tonight.
My instrument of death? But he kills different ways every time. I don't get it.
Yeah, me neither.
We gotta figure out what that means.
Where's Cassandra?
Do you know where Cassandra is? Is she still alive?
Last I checked, yeah. I took her to a safe house outside of town.
Oh my god, she's alive. I was sure she'd be dead too. Joy would be freaking ecstatic. She shouldn't end up alone.
Okay, so Cassandra in safe house. Baxter moved Cassandra to a safe house outside of town when the Bell Killer threat against her became real. Killer's instrument of death. The killer is planning another murder tonight with his instrument of death. Do you know Joy?
Cassandra ever bring up her daughter?
Wouldn't shut up about her. We looked for Joy for days, but it was too risky. Cassandra's been begging me to track Joy down, but I haven't found her yet.
You're not gonna believe this. Joy's been helping me tonight.
Figures a cop like you would need help to get this far.
You mean like what? The help you got from her mom? Alright, you get back to Cassandra. Make sure she's still safe and bring her back to the station.
What are we gonna do?
I'm gonna quickly check out the cellar and come up with a plan. I hope.
Baxter knows Joy. Baxter knew Joy this entire time and was trying to find her and make sure she was safe. Okay. Search the cellar for the killer's trail. Colonial cellar plaque. The cellar is the home of a judgment. The cellar is the home of a judgment was often the temporary... Oh, of a judge. The cellar is the home of a judge. The cellar in the home of a judge was often the temporary jail for prisoners awaiting trial. This custom was certainly in practice here, where witch trial suspects were held awaiting the judgment of Judge Hawthorne. Long-term holding facilities were unnecessary in these cases, as the penalty for witchcraft under English law was always death. Well, I guess it was always consistent too. I wonder if it is down in the cellar, the last collectible. Or at least this particular ghost story. Oh, yep, there it is. Oh, no, that's something different.
What the hell happened down here?
What happened down here? What was he doing? Accusing. Judging. Looks pleased. Nope, okay, never mind. I mean, does he not look a little bit pleased?
You claim righteousness, but you know your guilt and cannot deny your punishment is due.
Righteous man. The angry man points in the cell and claims to his accused that punishment is due. Ah, hey, here's the last one. Let's go. Oh, wait, no, never mind. There was one more other than that. Never mind. Alright, yep, you're never gonna get that one done. Extinguished light. Candles. I bet they did almost nothing to combat the darkness down here. Oh, jeez. Jump scare right there. Holy cow. Imprisoned. Pleading.
You stood for justice. How is this just?
Imprisoned Abigail. Abigail was held prisoner and thought this punishment was unjust. Who drew this? Symbol in the cell. The Bell Killer's symbol was once drawn in the cell, but by whom? Bound. Prison shackles. Makes it feel more like a dungeon than a prison. Okay. A prison inside of a prison. Cage. Why would you need a cage? Why would you need to cage someone who is already locked in a tiny cell? No rest for the wicked. Prison bed. That looks even less comfortable than the beds I had in prison. What happened here? Nailed it.
You claim righteousness, but you know your guilt and cannot deny your punishment is due.
I thought you stood for justice. How is this just?
The courts are not a place for your murderous whimsy. You are a corrupt heathen. The families of those innocent souls you executed through false accusation of witchcraft will exact their righteous justice tonight.
False accusation?
What is that nonsense you draw?
My mark will burn like a brand in the flesh of this town. If it takes me to the ends of eternity, I will personally make the bell toll for every witch in Salem.
Wait. The guy who killed me is Abigail. She might be the Bell Killer. How is that possible? I gotta get out of here and figure out how to track her down.
Is Abigail the Bell Killer? Abigail is the Bell Killer? How could she be? Alright, let's get the heck out of here. Can't wait for another jump scare from the freaking demons.
Dispatch. Has Rex checked in? He's transporting a suspect to the station and we can't get him on the radio. He isn't picking up his phone either.
Nope, he hasn't checked in. We'll notify you when he shows.
Copy that.
Oh shit, if Rex is missing, it could be going down right now. Where'd you take Joy, you asshole?
Let's see. Witness destination, Judgment House, no new leads, Killer's Instrument of Death, actual Puritan era gallows, the church. Nope, that's not right. There we go, Abigail's the Bell Killer.
Yeah. Instrument of Death, meaning her death, where she was killed. The gallows at the museum. Hang on, kid. I'm on my way.
Alright, I think this is the last mission of the game. Track down Abigail. The killer has Joy at the museum. If Abigail is the killer, then her instrument of death is the gallows at the museum. Okay, the question is how the... Oh, okay, I can just leave right through here. Cool. Man, that's convenient. I was like right there. Alright. Okay, let's get out of here. Oh, hold on, what's in here? Nope, never mind. There's nothing. Alright. Back to the museum! Dude, that shadow over there, that looks creepy. It's just like, hi. Yeah, I'm pretty positive this is the final mission of the game. So yeah, we're about to do this. We're about to beat the game. So yeah, definitely gonna need to rethink Thursday. Alrighty, well, that's fine. Maybe if I'm feeling it, I'll put Persona on there if I don't rescue Kanji. We'll see. Salem History Museum. Warning. Proceeding to the final encounter will make it impossible to return to Salem. Do you want to continue? Yeah. I'll just do another playthrough for all the collectibles I missed, because I'm still positive I need to get into all badges, no faults issue, thing achievement.
And when the psycho trying to kill someone pretends there's some grand justice behind it, that just makes it all the more twisted.
Huh. Glad the welcome party is here. Now, I remember I struggled a bit with this boss fight. Well, boss fight in quotations. So, I don't know how this is going to go.
Joy!
Ronan, help!
Not another step.
No, not you, Rex. This has nothing to do with her, Abigail.
Oh, but it does. For 300 years, we have executed the witches who corrupt our fair city.
Down there. Let's go.
Those who try to mask their demonic contract and leverage powers they should never possess.
Just like you have.
Don't you dare compare me to her!
Easy, easy.
Put your hands up!
Help!
Don't do anything stupid.
Hands up! Stop what you're doing. Hands up! Do it now!
Abigail, stop! Rex, you piece of shit. What are you doing? Not now. This was you.
I want you getting closer to the truth.
Ronan, do something!
Hold tight, kid. I'm on my way.
What can save Abigail? Or what can stop Abigail? Oh, the powerful scream.
It's over, Abigail.
Okay.
No!
Joy!
Okay, nope, that wasn't it. Well. See, this is the thing. Like, you gotta think quick. Can I skip? Okay, there we go. So yeah, you gotta think quick about this. So I mean, I would think, like, if I could possess... Like, I can't possess him. That's the thing. Okay. So, this is the thing. I'm not 100% sure what I'm supposed to do here. Because I can't influence. Okay, so this is the thing. Again, we have very limited options here that I can see that can be done in the span of 5 seconds. So I can possess Joy again, but it doesn't give me the option of anything. Or it seemingly doesn't. I don't know if I need to look at a very specific angle, or if I'm supposed to do something to Abigail, but the only thing I could think of is maybe I can try to do a back attack on her. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that actually worked.
The time is upon us, Abigail Williams.
No.
You scourge of Salem, it is time to pay for your sins!
This can't be happening. You want to use memories against me? Two can play at that game.
I know the truth about your death, but I still don't know the truth about mine.
Did you use Rex to kill me?
Did you use Rex to kill me?
Rex was my most influential. The most respected, the most feared official in town. Of course I did.
Brother! How could you? How can Rex be the killer? Oh, hold on. Rex was used to kill me. Abigail did use Rex to kill me. My own brother-in-law. Brother! How can Rex be the killer?
How could Rex have done it? Rose's killer had blue eyes.
I didn't use the same killer for every murder.
Baxter.
Baxter was used as a killer. Abigail used Baxter to kill Rose. Why kill Baxter?
Why did you kill Baxter?
I eventually kill all the killers I use. Especially the ones who get close to the truth.
Abigail kills her killers. She eventually kills all her killers, especially when they get close to the truth. Why did you kill me?
I wasn't close to the truth in the apartment. I wasn't one of your killers. Why did I have to die?
Ba ba boom!
No. I wouldn't. No. No, I wouldn't. How could I? You made me kill her. If I'm going out, you're coming with me.
And that's why you never have children.
We all got a dark side, sometimes obvious, sometimes not. If we're lucky, we keep our dark side hidden. By law, Rex was a killer. The law doesn't always see the truth. Fortunately, Joy did. And she would never press charges. She might even help Rex cover his tracks. One thing's for certain. She's a better person than I was at that age. A kid who deserves forgiveness. She's paid her dues. And committing a few small crimes, searching for your mom, well, even the coldest cops would forgive those.
And that's why you have kids.
Hasn't been a Bell killer murder since the night Abigail met her final end. But the case never officially closed. But memories fade, time heals. With luck, Salem will move on and find peace. Death repays debts, my father always said. Forever I believe that. But truth be told, this life ain't over until you're honest about what you owe. Set everything right. Settle your debts. Only then can you move on.
Ronan?
And there you go, we did it. We solved the murder, sole suspect. And again, I still think this game is okay. I still don't think it's a, you know, like, game worth a full $60 price. I still think $20, like, if you can buy this game for $20, that might be stretching it. You might not get, like, your amount of enjoyment out of it. Unless you're, you know, into getting achievements. In which case, if you're willing to spend the $20, I'd say go for it. I don't think I ever see this game go on sale, though. I don't even remember if this game is even available on the Microsoft Store anymore, or any, marketplace at this point. But, I mean, if you can get this game for, like, a really cheap price, and you're wanting to get achievements, or anything like that, I'd say go for it. It's not exactly the best story, and the gameplay is not that great, but you know what? It's a okay game. I don't feel like it deserves hate. Is it a game that I'll replay legitimately again? Probably not. We'll just have to... I mean, again, I'm probably not even going to play it again on stream. This is probably a one-and-done type of thing. I'll probably do what I did with Dark Ages and just get the achievements off stream. Which, if you guys didn't know, in case you don't follow me on Twitter, I did post that I got all of the achievements 100% at everything. Can't wait for the DLC to come out for that game, and then just completely ruin that. That's gonna be a great time. But yeah, this is one of those games where it's like, yeah, you can definitely tell there was never going to be another game. And this is a one-and-done type of thing, which in a weird way, I respect that. Because you don't really get one-and-done games. At least not games that are, you know, well-received and all of that. Like, people would love a sequel to this game? Absolutely not. So, it's, again, not a surprise. It is one of those things, though, where you look at a game like this and you wonder who has actually played this game. So now, actually, now that I think about it, I'm curious. I'm going to look up and see the scores for this game. Scores. Let's see. Murdered Soul Suspect, Metacritic. Let's see. What did Metacritic give it? Mixed or average at 59 for Metascore, and then user score is 6.8. Honestly, that is pretty on brand for it. I'd say that's pretty much an accurate way to describe it. Although I do find it funny if you scroll down and go to the all platforms. PS3 has nothing. 360 has one review, totally not my review. And then you got Xbox One with a 51, and then PS4 and PC with a 59. So apparently the PC version and the PlayStation 4 version are slightly better than the version I just played. So I don't know what that says about the Xbox. I don't know what that says about PlayStation and PC, but what I do know it says is that a lot of people don't care about this game. Let's see, any other things? Man, I'm seeing people give it a 10 out of 10. Okay, that's... I mean, I don't want to put it there. Yeah, I don't, Again, I don't really have any complaints about this game outside of just, like, it's a game you don't play again. The funny thing is, like, the reason why more so I wanted to play this outside of actually just playing it again just to see what it's like is because a friend of mine, I think I talked about this too, a friend of mine absolutely hates this game, thinks it's one of the worst games he's ever played. And I'm like, I don't know if it's just because I've played a lot of games, but I've definitely played worse games than this. This game is a very 5 or 6 out of 10 experience. It is a prime example of a mid-tier game. There's nothing that makes it really stand out in terms of it being a good game, but it's not something that's like, you know, a mind's eye where it's really bad. So, I don't know. Then again, everybody's got their own opinions on things, so... You just gotta, I guess, go with what your gut feels, and, again, I like it. I am curious, though. Does this pause the... It does. Okay, I was gonna see. Okay, we have 37 out of 48 achievements, so... Definitely gonna need to do another playthrough, which, again, thankfully this game is pretty short. It's like, what, this is taking me, like, roughly 9-ish hours to beat the game. Let's see, how long were the first 2 streams? Nope, not that one. Because I don't feel like they were that long. 3.5? Yeah, so roughly about 9-ish hours. 9-10 hours. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I could probably get that done over a weekend. But yeah. I hope you guys at least somewhat enjoyed it. I'm not expecting people to go out and buy this game, but I don't know, maybe if you were just ever curious about a game that came out in the mid-2010s, you get to find out about it. That's the thing, I want to play more games that nobody has played, or very little people remember or played. The thing is, though, is that that does not do well on streams. That does not get people interested. But I've got plenty of games that a lot of people probably don't really know about, probably. I don't know, I would need to go through my list, because I feel like this is absolutely one of those top games that nobody remembers. But yeah, that's just how it is, I guess. But yeah, if I do keep playing Persona for Thursday as well, then, you know, I'll probably think of... Well, honestly, if I do play Persona on Thursday as a replacement for this, then I would probably actually be able to do the Nintendo Week the following week, which would be pretty cool if I do say so myself. I would like to be able to actually give some of my Nintendo games, or my Switch games, a play. The thing is I don't know what games I would want to play, because I've got a good handful of them, but I don't want to just, like, do multiple different starts, basically. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, that's really kind of about all I've got to say. I'm hoping this isn't going to be like a Mighty Number 9 situation where the credits go on for longer than the game. I don't think it will, but I don't even know. I was thinking of doing a... Well, then again, I don't know if that would be a good stream. But I was thinking about showcasing my card collection, because I've got a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I thought it'd be pretty cool to kind of show them all off. Oh, it was Travis. I thought it sounded familiar. Let's see, any other names? Okay, yeah, not a lot of names I fully recognize, but again, I think I've probably seen a couple of them. But yeah, I've got Yu-Gi-Oh cards. That's kind of like my biggest collection. I don't have Pokemon cards anymore. All of the Pokemon cards I had gotten as like a kid and gotten older with, they very much vanished. Because the thing is I do have younger siblings. So a lot of the things I had growing up, I don't have anymore. Not because I wanted to give it to them, because they wanted to have them. So that's why I don't have a PlayStation 2 anymore. But yeah, maybe I'll still do a Yu-Gi-Oh card show-off stream, kind of show my collection of cards. That probably would be fun. I don't know. I don't know how many people are interested in Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know how, because that's the thing. Like, I feel like that would kind of target the crowd of pack opening viewers. But the thing is, it's not pack opening. It's more of me just showing what I have. So I don't have the mystery of what it is. You guys would just get to see what it is, which it's not nearly as entertaining, I feel like. But I don't have the money to do pack openings, and also, I mean, I probably would do those types of streams at some point, but they wouldn't be frequent. And I also don't even know what packs I would do. I don't know what would be popular. I know Pokemon cards were like the popular thing a couple of years back. I don't know, maybe what, the V cards? Because I do have some of those. I would probably show those off. Maybe people would be interested in that. Alright, well, it looks like we're about to be done with the credits. So... Actually, you know what I could do is I could spin the wheel of all those... Well, no. We'll figure out what game we'll play. Either I'll play Persona on Thursday as well, or I'll start another game. It'll be one of those two things. It'll be whatever I'm feeling that day. But yeah. And again, like, if there's anything to get out of this playthrough, is that this is a pretty easy completion. Like, once we get through, like, the last bit of the credits here, like that, yeah, we can check these out. So I was really close to getting all of the history markers. I almost got this one done. Almost got that one done. Yeah, so, like... Yeah, this is... Okay, so there actually isn't one for the badges thing. I thought there would be. I guess not. But still, we got a good amount of the achievements, so I think it's safe to say I could just probably replay this game off stream and probably get it done in a day. If I really tried hard enough. Which, I mean, that would just add to my completion list, because if you guys want to check it out, we got a good handful of completions already. Again, Persona 4 is going to be the absolute worst. I might be able to get Infinites done. I still technically haven't gotten that done on my main account, but the thing is, my main account's only missing a few co-op achievements, so I could easily get that done with this account, so I could probably do that, actually. But that's enough of me rambling. Time to say goodbyes. I'm getting very hungry, so I've been smelling fries the past 30 minutes, it feels like. But alright. YouTube, I hope you enjoyed. Twitch, you alongside them. If you did, I would greatly appreciate a follow, subscribe, like, comment, all of that fun stuff, you know. Well, I mean, I don't know why it's fun. Why is that fun? Is it fun to see the thing go from subscribed to subscribed? Is that fun for people? I don't know. If you're interested in knowing when I do go live, I do have Twitter. I am DN Echoes. You can follow me there. That way you know what other games I will be playing during the week, random things that I might think about tweeting, or Xing, whatever it's technically considered, I don't know. And yeah, that's about it for that. Then I've got TikToks and another YouTube channel where I upload my edited content. If you guys are interested in that, those are both Dustin Echoes with a period in between the N and Echoes. So, you guys can always just check me out there. And I guess that's really about it. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye now.